let's look at some lights. Yeah, let me just set this down here. We're going to be looking at the Energizer. The Energizer 2-in-1 light with fusion technology. Let's go ahead and look at this little guy. Picked this up a while back. Been holding on to it, and I really am impressed with this light. It's the Energizer 2-in-1 with fusion technology. They're talking about this right here. You're going to be seeing a lot of lanterns, stuff like this. They sell these a lot at Target. I, however, picked this one up at Home Depot, and I think they mislabeled it, and I got it for really cheap, so I went ahead and got it. Like I said, I got it at Home Depot. It was $12.99. I think they messed up on the price, but if you do happen to see some down there for this price, I'd definitely get this light. It runs on 4 AA batteries, Energizer brand, and those are included. Directional light. Let's go ahead and start. This thing's got 2 lights. The directional light, which is basically what it says. It's a light that you can put towards a certain direction. And then you hit it again, and you have the area light. Pretty neat. And I'm going to go back to the directional light, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. It's 100 lumens. I'm not really sure what kind of LEDs in here. 100 lumens. It's got 20 hours of runtime, and it's got about a 15-meter range, about 45 foot right in there. 15 meters, 45 foot. Still pretty bright, and for lasting 20 hours, that's very nice. The area light, it's a little bit more impressive. It doesn't seem as bright, but it is brighter. It's 110 lumens. It's got 100 hours of runtime, which if you add that up, that's a little over 4 days worth of runtime. You could leave this thing on for 4 days, and it would stay on. So that's pretty nice. And it'll light up a room about 25 foot across, something like that. Let's go ahead and turn this off. I want to demonstrate how bright this is. Let's turn some lights off. Okay, this is the directional light. That's about 30 foot away. Not very bright. It doesn't look like it, but it is pretty bright for what this thing's putting out and how the battery life on it. It's pretty impressive. I'm going to turn the area light on if I can. It doesn't appear to be as bright, but still pretty bright. This would be helpful, maybe EMT or working on a car or something like that. But let's go ahead and turn some lights back on. All right, let's talk about some pros and cons real quick. The pros would obviously be the battery life on this thing, both for the directional and the area light. Pretty impressive. Also, both modes are dimmable. You just hold down on the power button and they get dimmer. It doesn't look like it's getting dimmer. And then they get brighter. My camera is adjusting for it, so it really doesn't look brighter. But it is. And I'll show you with the area light also. It flashes when it's at its dimmest point. And then from there on out, it'll go back up to its highest point. And you don't have to hold down on those throughout the whole time. You can easily just turn it off, turn it back on, it'll be bright again. So that's a little bit of the pros. I really like that. The battery life, the dimmable modes and everything, a really nice feature. The cons, I don't really have many. There's just one, maybe 2. You have to cycle through the modes once you turn this light on. You have to go to the area light. It automatically comes on the directional light. You have to go to the area light, and then you have to turn it off after that. That's a con for me. Not big on it, and this thing doesn't have 25 modes, so it's not a big deal. You don't have to just constantly be doing this to get it to go off, but it is, just one of those things. I think that's about it. This thing is very well built, very water resistant. I like the way they put this back on here. I'm going to have to point this light out if there's any hikers that are watching this, especially hikers that like to go hiking during the nighttime. I would highly recommend this light. You could find a brighter light easily, no problem, but I feel like this one, it would be a good addition simply because you do not have to worry about this thing going dead, unless you're doing like a 30-hour hiking trail or something at night. But I don't think you will be. And even then, you could just take some more batteries. But yes, I would definitely buy this if you are into hiking. It's got a hole here. You can put a lanyard on it. You could kind of do whatever you wanted to, adjust it however. But anyway, that's been my review of the Energizer 2-in-1 Fusion flashlight.